What are your current feelings with him announcing that he's coming back for another shot for the eighth ring?
Kevin, the show goes on, bro. Show goes on, and bro, I'm just so excited to see that Tom Brady's back in the fold. And look, we talked about this a couple weeks ago when Brady retired. And the one thing that I always kind of kept in the back of my head after he kind of made that decision on Instagram was that he never officially handed his retirement papers in the NFL. So there's usually that transaction wire that will list when players quote unquote retire. That never happened with Brady. So I always kind of kept the door open that Brady would come back for his 23rd season. I wasn't sure that he was going to come back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because it really kind of seemed like that bridge had been burned between both Tampa and Tom, just because I think Bruce Arians wasn't necessarily happy about how the season ended with the chatter between him and Brady. And then there were rumors circulating about him possibly going to the San Francisco 49ers. And I was open to the idea that that would actually be a great comeback story just because then he would be able to have one homecoming year with the 49ers and then that could possibly end in a Super Bowl run just because the 49ers were only a couple of plays away from going to Super Bowl 56 this past season. So when I look at it, Brady's going to be in a great situation with Tampa. Granted, there will be some pieces that will be missing from what they had this past season when they lost to the Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round. But as far as Brady coming back, I'm happy that he's back. I'm not shocked that he's coming back just because I kind of left that door open. But all in all, I think if you're anybody in the NFC, when the news hit, the first reaction that I think most of those teams had was like, God damn it. It's like, we got to deal with this guy once again. And that's just, it is what it is. You know, if Tom's around, you always have to account for him no matter where he goes. And the way that I see it is he had an MVP season last year, and I think he can go right back into that same form and wreak havoc in the NFL once again when he starts his 23rd season in the NFL. That's just how I see it.
In regards to Tom Brady coming back, Kyle and I had talked about this, and we had said when we made the segment about him retiring, we felt that there was something about him that just didn't seem right. We felt that we knew he was going to come back. Like, you don't just hang it up on probably one of the best statistical seasons you've ever had in your career, if not the best, when you argue the 50 touchdown one when you have a Randy Moss in 2007. Um, I'm just looking at this and I'm saying I'm not shocked at all. I'm shocked at how fast he announced that he was coming back. I mean, the man made it 6 weeks into the offseason and said, "Yo, I can't deal with my kids. I can't deal with my wife. I need to play football." I definitely felt that he was coming back for sure. I just didn't think it would be this quick. So, in terms of my initial reaction, I was, of course, upset because everybody already knows if you know me. I don't like Tom Brady. I respect the fact that he's the GOAT, but I was finally looking forward to a future without him. And now I have to endure one more season with him. So I'm again not shocked, but I'm curious to see how things end up in Tampa because of all the free agency situations that are going to occur this offseason. Obviously, Godwin's back, and I know that we'll get into our predictions for what Tampa's going to produce as a whole this season in just a few minutes. But in regards to this Tom Brady unretiring, not a surprise whatsoever. I am in shock that Tampa's keeping him because I firmly believe that San Francisco story was more of a possibility than anything, just because I felt like it fit right. But hey, man, kudos to Tom. We both said he still had plenty left in the tank. So, shout out to Tom for coming back. I don't think he's going to go get an eighth ring or anything. I don't think Tampa's built like they were 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl. But I mean, you just can't count out TB12, man. When you have that man on the field, you just automatically have a chance at a Super Bowl, and that's just how it is.